So now we have already proved that the falsity of Clausius statement implies that the Kelvin-Planck statement is also wrong. So now in order to prove that both are equivalent statement, we will prove that if Kelvin-Planck statement is false, then this implies that the Clausius statement is also false. So now again let us see two reservoirs. So this is at hot reservoir at temperature T1, and this is one more reservoir at temperature T2. So this is two reservoirs, and we have here an engine I, and here we have another engine that acts as a refrigerator. This is the inverse of this engine, that as a refrigerator. Now this engine violates Kelvin-Planck statement. So according to Kelvin-Planck statement, it is not possible for an engine to draw a heat from a portion and continuously convert into work without rejecting it to some lower temperature. So suppose this violates this Kelvin-Planck statement. That means it takes Q1 amount of energy and does W amount of work. Now this work is given to this refrigerator. So this refrigerator takes W amount of work, and it takes Q2 amount of heat from the cold reservoir, and this then converts and gives it to a higher temperature. So you see here it gives Q2 plus W. So now you see here this W is equal to Q1, this W will be equal to Q1. So finally this will become Q2 plus Q1, W will be equal to Q1. So we see that what is the net result? The net result is that you see this Q1 we are taking from here, and we are giving that is equal to Q2 plus Q1. So you are taking Q1 and we are giving back Q1. So net Q2 goes to this higher temperature and net Q2 is coming from lower. So thus we see that there is nothing wrong with the refrigerator R, but together I and R draws Q2 amount of energy from a cold reservoir at T2, at temperature T2, and transfers it to a higher temperature without any external work done, thus violating Clausius statement. So what we are able to prove, if this engine I violates Kelvin-Planck statement, that means without rejecting, this rejection is not allowed. So if it violates Kelvin-Planck statement, that means without rejecting heat to a cold temperature, it converts 100% into work, then together with these two engines will violate our Clausius statement that without any external help, external work done, you cannot transfer heat from lower temperature to higher temperature. That means the falsity of Kelvin-Planck statement implies implies falsity of Clausius statement. This is what we have proved. So thus our conclusion is that the two different statements of the second law of thermodynamics, the Kelvin-Planck statement and the Clausius statement, are equivalent statements.